Comment on the Warcrow Week videos for your chance to win a Warcrow Wins from the North 2-player battle pack. We will choose 3 winners, one from YouTube, one from OnTableTop.com, and one from our Cult of Games members. So you guys get an extra chance to win.
Hello everyone and welcome to this Let's Play. I'm joined by Killian and Hoopoe, here to tell us all about Warcrow, the new fantasy skirmish game from Corvus Belli. Yes. So we are going to be playing through the first scenario in the Winds of the North campaign. And it's an introductory game, so there's a few things that will be slightly different from a regular game.
Yeah.
But even then, we've changed a couple of things. So in the demo version, in the introductory game, we will be playing with named characters rather than generic heroes, which is always nice. But do you want to tell us what is the setup here on the board?
Oh, yes. So here we are going to play with the mat that, worry not, it comes in the box. We have the mat, we have 3 objectives. Those red ones will grant you military points, and the wee blue one will get you arcane point, which is something to do with a narrative campaign that we're going to play. As Gerry mentioned, we will be playing with personalities just for the sake of making this playthrough a little bit more spice up and entertaining. But note that in the booklet that you will have within your box, you have all the details for this scenario described over there, and you should follow them. Don't be creative, because that could ruin the gaming experience. That is only something us developers can do, modify things as we go to make the experience more enjoyable for you players. We have our 2 armies. On the one hand, we have the very illustrious Hegemony of Embersig, commanded by Gerry over here. And then we have the fierce, bloodthirsty Northern Tribes over there.
Absolute filth.
So, also on the booklet, you will have described all the situation with the map and the objectives. And if you want to see a little bit of a close-up over there, here you have it. You can see the map with the scenography and the list of instructions for you to prepare. Okay, so if we read the instructions, that scenario is going to have 3 rounds of 2 turns each. So the first thing we do is we take our turn tracker and we place the end of round token in position number 2. And also the game says place the event 1 marker on position 1 of the turn tracker. What will happen when we get there? We'll see. And the booklet also comes, since this is a narrative campaign, we've used a symbol to point you towards the narrative bits of it, which you can see if you want to, like, we can do it over here. Not spoilers, not much spoilers. There you have it. Yeah, enough. And
do you want to peek too soon?
No, don't. Although, by the time I've been here, Killian's gone through half of this beautiful lore book that I have here.
I'm so excited.
He's not like, there's no secrets for him at all. So, okay, first thing we have to do is decide who has the initiative.
Okay.
And for that, both players are going to roll orange and yellow.
Yep, just one of each.
In the case of a tie, it doesn't apply, but should one of the players have a higher number of command tokens, this player would be able to add an orange to their roll. Not the case, because since we're playing with personalities, Killian has 3 command tokens and Gerry has 3.
So as well, yeah.
Okay.
We're looking for successes here. This is our very first face-to-face roll in Warcrow.
This could set the tone of everything to come, I think.
Oh my god, it's going to.
Okay, I'll roll first. So I get
this is going to go
1 success.
Cheating. What you're doing.
1 success again.
Okay, so it's a tie. What do we do, Hoopoe, when there's a tie in the very first face-to-face roll in Warcrow? You roll again.
Roll again. Okay. Now, do hollow symbols count here for this roll?
No.
Got a 1 to beat.
1, okay. Let's see. 1 as well.
Woohoo!
Roll again, Gerry.
This is never ending. 1.
This is 1.
None. Because that's a hollow symbol, so it doesn't count. So Gerry.
Okay, so now, Gerry, I bestow upon thee the initiative token.
Thank you very much. I
Now,
shall cherish it for always.
would you?
Yes. Okay.
So now Gerry, as the player with the initiative, can decide whether if he wants to deploy his units first and then Killian, or the other way around. Who do
Okay.
you want to start to deploy?
I think I'm going to make Killian start.
Okay, but before that, hold on, there's a trick. Normally in these scenarios, the element terrains will be set up already, but because it's an introductory scenario, we want you to learn how to do this.
Okay.
But for Killian, you, as a player without the initiative, can choose who starts putting on terrain first. In this scenario, it says each player can place one fence on any part of that scenario that is not a deployment zone.
Okay. And deployment zones in this case are a 5-stride area just here, so anywhere outside of that. So I'm going to get Gerry to put down his fence first.
Harsh, I feel very harsh. I'm going to put it over here by the little house.
Okay. And I'll put my one by this snowdrift here. Now, do the fences have an impact on this game in the demo that we're playing or the starter game that we're playing?
In the demo, no, but they will have an impact in the rest of your gameplay because here what I have is again an introductory booklet. So some of the rules are capped or made a little bit more approachable. However, in the big chunky girl I have here, she's powerful. In here, there's included a chart with all the terrain elements, and fences do grant certain cover for all of those line of sight lovers over there, and also have an effect to it. For these terms and purposes, these fences can be jumped, and they do not grant line of sight.
Okay.
But then, Hoopoe, why is it you're making us put those on the board if there's no effect to them? Because we want to teach you.
Yeah.
Educational purposes are still purposes.
It's all about muscle memory. Get into the habit of doing it early.
So if we had more terrain pieces, we'd now be placing them alternatively until all terrain pieces are down. Okay.
Yes, because something people ask a lot is regarding terrain and a standard game of Warcrow, how does it work? And the answer to that is you choose with your opponent how much or how little terrain you want on the board. And exactly, when you deploy your terrain element, when you place them on the board, it will be alternate, because in this game, everything is alternating.
Okay.
So, Gerry, you chose deployment, I think. So you won the initiative.
I won the initiative, yes. And you choose.
So do you want me to deploy my units first? Or
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right.
100%.
So we deploy units alternately as well.
Then you would start, and then Gerry will follow.
Okay. So I'm going to deploy my Orc Hunters. Now, for the Orc Hunters, the units have to be in the deployment zone, and they have to be within 2 strides of the leader.
Exactly.
Okay, so I'm going to have this guy as my leader, and I'm going to put down my units within 2 strides of him. Here, and one at the back. Okay.
Okie dokie.
Back to you, Gerry.
I'm going to be cheeky, and I'm going to throw War Surgeon out there.
I'm going to throw back.
Okay.
Yep. You go first. You lead the charge, Lady Doctor.
I'm going to put down my Wise Mane just here.
No, it's like that, is it? No, that's fine. No, I don't mind. You go ahead. I'm going to put down my hero. So
Mr. Drago is on the board.
And
yes.
finally, I'm going to put down my hero, Alberic. I'm going to put him down just close to this unit of orcs. Now, because we're playing the demo game, he can't join that unit.
Exactly. I was going to mention that. There's a special set of rules I want to show you over here. Specified says, over here it says special rules. Characters cannot join units.
Harsh, very harsh, I
I
feel.
know.
That's all right. I'm just going to buddy some friends up here. So, because the terrain's only there really to amuse me in this instance, I'm going to pop my Black Legion Buckler men right here.
And remember, players, that the troops forming a unit must stay within 2 strides of the leader at all times. Okay, so deployment has happened.
Yes.
Shall we start?
Yes.
Absolutely. Let's get going.
Let's get stuck straight into turn 1 and find out what the scenario is.
A band of orcs trundle along the path of the spider, under the command of their Wraithmane. They are scourging for food and materials that may be of use to them. Despite the biting snow and cold, they move without difficulty. The North has tempered their skin and bones against such elements, and this is nothing more than a stroll for them. However, they remain alert, attentive to any sign of movement in their vicinity. The spirits are weaving a storm. Its heartbeats resonate through the forest. The ground is shaking, the trees are quivering. This is no ordinary storm. The wise man stops the hunters upon spotting an abandoned farm. He raises his head, sniffs the air, and grunts, "It smells like human iron." The hunters roar at the thought of the upcoming fracas. They advance decisively, taking a good position in front of the farm, where indeed they spy their opponents. The heartbeats of the storm increase their intensity by the moment. There, in the centre of the farm, is the catalyst for the blizzard. It's a broken vase thrown on a pile of stones, which suddenly begins to glimmer. The heart of winter is about to burst. Orc hunters unleash their fearsome battle cries. They have no intention of leaving this place empty-handed.
Ensign Beolgaric sent an advance party made up of soldiers culled from the Black Legion to inspect the terrain and find a place to bed down for the night. The path of the spider is as inhospitable as its reputation claimed it would be, and a blizzard looms on the horizon. The Hegemony, as always, will be prepared for any potential setbacks. The reconnaissance mission has taken the detachment to an abandoned farm. It seems like a good place to set up camp until the war surgeon notices there's something slightly amiss in the middle of the farm. A highly suspicious object rests upon a pile of stones, which looks to be a broken vase. Suddenly, it begins to flash intermittently. This flickering arouses the suspicions and natural skepticism of the Hegemons. Just as they are about to send a message to Ensign Beolgaric, they inform him of this oddity. The soldiers hear the sound of footsteps in the snow, and to their surprise, they discover that they are not alone. Off in the distance, a group of orcs can be seen approaching towards them and are getting dangerously close. Although they are surprised by the presence of the arcane object, the buckler men are not intimidated and draw their swords. They hold their ground as the voice of their superior commands. Don't be alarmed, soldiers. Okay, so we're ready for turn one. That is the scenario, as is for both of our parties. So I have the initiative.
Yeah.
Does that mean I get to go first then?
This means you can choose whether if you want to go first and then Killian, or the other way around. And this order of activation is going to be maintained throughout the whole round. When we get to the end of the round, things may or may not change. It's entirely up to you.
I have all of the unlimited power.
Unlimited power. Okay.
I think Killian can go first then. Because
Okay.
it's so far away. It's so very far away.
It is, yeah.
Okay. So I have to choose one of my units to activate.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm going to choose my Orc Hunters to move. So for my Orc Hunters, they have 3 to move. That means I move 3 strides and then 2 strides, and it has to be in a straight line.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And
I
then,
mean, not both movements, but yes,
Yeah.
you cannot divide the movement or like wiggle around.
Okay. And in Warcrow, you move your leader of a unit, and then the other troops are placed around it. So I'm going to move my leader 3 strides.
Mm-hmm.
And the way movement works, it's from front of the base to back of the base. So front, back, like that. And then I'm going to go forward again. Front, to back, just there. And now I have to place my other troops within 2 strides. And they can be slightly ahead of him as well. You just have to be within 2 strides.
Yeah,
as
no
the leader.
problem. Yeah.
So I'm going to try to advance as much as I can. There.
You cannot stand on objectives.
Yes.
They do not block line of sight, and you can go
just
through them,
all the way
but you
around.
cannot stand, like finish your movement on them.
Okay, I'll move to there. Now I'm not within range to get any kind of anything. I can't charge or anything, so I guess I'll just move again.
Yeah, you couldn't. You won't be able to charge because charging is a long action. Because in every activation you can perform either 2 short actions or a long one, and assaulting and charging both are long actions. But yes, since you moved once, you could cast a spell if you were a spellcaster. You could shoot if you were a ranged unit, which in this case I don't think.
No, definitely not.
You also could perform a skill, green icon skill, because we also have a lot of skills in Warcrow. We have command skills, we have passive skills, we have skill skills, and since you moved once, you are entitled to another movement.
And the other movement is the same again. Okay, so I'm just going to try and get as close as possible to the center. So I want that objective. So
not him.
Oh yes, leader. I also have to remember here to move the leader. So 3 will take me to here. and then another 2 here,
There you go.
and I'll place my guys within 2 strides around. So
Hmm.
1 here. That can't be on the objective.
You can't.
Nope. So here, forward, and I guess 1 in a circle. Okay.
So,
So-
in this game, what you do to win is conquer the objectives to get victory points. As I mentioned, the military points and the arcane points. Because Killian finished his activation within 3 strides of the central objective, he can place one of his conquest markers over there, indicating that this objective, for the time being, belongs to him. You don't need to stay. I mean, as long as no one disputes that token over there, this objective is entirely yours.
Okay. And then after I've activated the unit, I take an activation token
Mm-hmm.
and I pop it on them to show that they've activated.
Grand.
Okay.
Now,
Mm,
it's you.
great. Smashing. Super. So I've got 2. Can you pre-measure in this game?
Yes, you can.
Okay. So with that in mind, if I wanted to charge, my charge is 9.
Are you close enough to my leader? Let's see. Considering it's front to back, no.
Really think you're
No.
not.
Really,
Fair
really
enough.
not. So I guess we're not charging right now anyway. When you conquer an objective, when do you score the points? Is it the end of the turn, the end of the round, the end of the game?
On a standard scenario, it will possibly say at the end of the round, but in here, it says at the end of the game you
Okay.
obtain. So it will be at the end of round 3.
So I don't have to be mad, panicky, running up there to take it back off them. There's no point in overstretching myself.
You have time.
So much time.
That's enough time.
And we in the Black Legion don't like to waste men.
Again, don't be alarmed,
Sometimes.
soldiers.
Yeah, sometimes. So I think I might actually just decide to chip a bit of damage off you.
Okay.
I'm going to be a little bit cheeky. I'm going to activate Drago.
Yes, your leader.
So, because he has a pistol. Now his pistol's only got an 8 range, so I know that's not going to be within. However, 2 and a 3 move will get him here.
Yep.
Presumably, you can move less.
Yes,
You
you
don't
can.
have to move all of it.
Exactly, yeah.
So-
There's no need for you to get this close.
So, in which case, I will just bring him back to
We just
ju-
back up a
just
bit.
Back up a little bit. From
Just-
the
just
charging
inside.
Orcs,
Yeah.
Yeah, getting in there,
yeah,
but not quite.
just close enough forward that he can then shoot. And his shooting, he has a single yellow die for
Mm.
it. However, he also gets 1 automatic success.
Yes.
No modifiers for moving or range or anything like that. It's just what the dice say.
In this case, yes, but
Okay.
potentially all the units could have modifiers for the
Okay.
range attack as well.
Okay.
Right.
So
I'll
you're going
bear
to
that
use
in mind.
attack. Do I get to roll defense dice against
Yes,
this?
you as the target of a range attack cannot activate your defense switches in
But I can
in
make
this
the
case?
roll as normal.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to be rolling 1 orange dice, and I'm going to be rolling
No.
a green dice and a 2 black dice.
We'll be rolling 1 yellow.
Oh, 1 yellow dice. Sorry.
Do it.
Don't pick me too soon.
Do it.
Oh,
Uh,
no, that's good.
Ooh.
I will actually hit you though,
Ooh.
which
1
is
hit.
nice.
Okay, so now I roll my defense dice, and I get those are hollow shields. Okay, so 1 shield, 2 hollow shields, and 2 exclamation points. I unfortunately do not get activating switches here, so I just use my normal shield
Mhm.
to block that attack.
Okay, so I do 2 successes.
2 successes, I block 1, so I take 1 wound.
Good.
Okay.
Get shot in the face, boy.
Now, I haven't actually lost any troops yet because my orc hunters have 2 wounds, which means I can once I take another wound, then I lose 1 of my troops.
How many wounds were there?
Just 1.
Just 1.
Oh,
Ju-
did you count the automatic success you
He
had?
Yes.
did, yeah, he did. I rolled 1 solid shield and then
Okay.
2 hollow ones, which don't count, unfortunately. So,
Then yes, it's not that I'm not paying attention to them. I can't take my eyes off them. But actually, I was consulting the rule book, not the rule book, but the booklet over here. Why is this? Because should you have a doubt whether to, for example, can I activate my switches when I defend from a range attack? You have this little one over here, which again, it is included in the box, and it will tell you everything you need to play these scenarios. So yes, you're 1 wound away
Mhm.
from getting,
Is there any
Hopeless.
effect of me taking a wound now from a range combat? Does anything happen to me?
no.
No.
If this was a close combat because you took more damage, you would receive 1 stress. In this case, no.
Okay,
It's
that's
okay.
all right then.
You're
I'm
safe.
not stressed yet then. Okay.
For one. For
Okay,
now.
that's fine. Okay. All right, so Gerry has activated his troops now, so now that's the end of the turn, correct? Because we've each activated one unit.
And not over yet. We don't move forward to turn 2 because there is a little event on the turn tracker which has a number. There's 1-1. So we flip the page and something is about to happen. A furious wind whips through the farm and the snowfall is steadily getting worse. The decrepit structures threaten to be carried off by the gales. The storm screams and howls as if it truly had a voice of its own. It is evident that this is not a mere meteorological phenomenon. The air is filled with the scent of magic, and a cloud of flashing vermilion creeps over the farm. Blazing eyes seem to dwell in the swells of snow. It is blood-curdling. According to this event, all units must pass a willpower test and obtain 1 success. If they don't succeed, they would receive the slowed state.
Okay.
The players alternate in the willpower rolls until all units have taken less. The player with the initiative chooses who starts.
Oh, Killian.
Okay, right.
I'll
So
captain my captain.
I'll start with my orc hunters then. They roll 1 orange dice. And what am I looking for here? Just
1
a success. 1 success. Okay. Let's see. Look,
Yay!
they're good. Okay.
Okie dokie. I'm going to go with my Black Legion, who also have 1 orange dice for willpower. But my hero, Drago, allows everybody to use his willpower when he's on the table.
Oh.
So
So instead of rolling 1 dice, you're now going to roll his willpower, which is 3 dice.
2 orange and 1 yellow. Yes.
Who are you rolling for?
I'm going to roll for the Black Legion.
Let's see. Yep.
You're
all
good?
Okay.
Get it in spades.
I'll roll for my wise man, who is 1 orange and 1 yellow.
Come on, Grandpa.
Come on, Grandpa. Don't be slowed. Grandpa's not going to be slowed.
Yay.
Okay.
He's in far worse than this.
The War Surgeon will go and will also pass.
Yep. And last for me will be Aldrak, who's got 2 orange. Let's see.
There you go,
Yep,
Lord.
all good.
Good job.
And
Everybody passes.
Drago
Anyway.
himself
Woohoo!
will also
In fact,
pass.
he boasted 3 successes. Okay.
The event says once the event is resolved, advance 2 positions in the turn tracker because this is going to happen again. So we take
Okay.
our token, 1 and 2.
Okay.
Okay, so now the event is resolved. There's nothing else remaining here. So we move to turn 2. And Killian, it is your turn again.
Okay. So I could activate my orc hunters again, but they would become stressed.
They will suffer 1 stress, yeah.
Yes. And when I can have up to 1 stress with my morale, but potentially that causes negative effects later.
Yes, if you
Okay.
if you have as much stress as your morale value, you after cannot voluntarily activate.
Right.
And if you go beyond that, say for example, another skill or something happened that the orc hunter suffer more stress than their morale value, you need to do a willpower roll to see if you run for the hills and demoralize, or if you stay around. Oh,
Okay.
fierce orc you are.
I think I'll play it safe and I'll activate Adrak instead then. So I'm going to have him move. He's got 3/2 movement as well, so I'll have him move towards this objective.
Come on, Alborg, do
So
it.
3 and 2. He'll go to here. Okay. And I can move him again. As long as I stay within 3 strides of the objective, I'll claim it. So I'll have him move just to the side here.
You could choose, when you move it, you can choose whether to only move 1 of your movement values. And as you were mentioning, but my first value is 3. Can move less than that? Yes, you can.
Okay, so I'll move him just till he's at the edge of being within 3 of the objective, which is about there. Okay. So
Okay.
he'll hold his position there. I'll take an activation marker and I'll claim that.
Exactly, that's for you.
Okay.
That's Killian's now. Killian was here.
Nobody can take it away from him.
Well, no, not yet anyway. See how things
For
go.
now, for now.
I think I will do. I think I'd love to.
So,
I think
Gerry,
you would really
who will you
enjoy
activate
taking
here?
Yeah, I think the Black Legion are going to go on the march
Okay.
because it's always good, clean family fun. So again, leader first, and they move 3/3. So there to there, and there to there.
Ooh, getting nice and close.
Oh God, yes. Because why would I not?
Now you've got to place your units around.
I think he's
Yeah,
thinking if he moves again.
Well, that was my question. So it wouldn't be a charge.
Again, because you would have to use your whole activation for
Yes.
charging or assaulting. Because when you assault, you have to engage in combat only using one movement action, which you didn't. So now, if you come closer, you want to be able to engage in combat, but what you will be able to do is fight for that objective over there because your conquest value is higher than the orcs, like the orc hunters. Because I think Alborg is not fighting for that one.
No, he's not going to be within range of it, I don't think.
And and his conquest value is
0 anyway.
so
Yes.
never mind.
So with that in mind, is there a minimum distance you have to stay away from an opposing figure?
No, not for the time being.
So I can just get right up there.
We're going to just have a staring match each other.
Oh my god, yes.
Okay.
And then we'll go there, we'll go there, we'll go there.
Yep. And now, because see, this says two units are disputing the objective. So when there's a tie, meaning I'm fighting for it, you're fighting for it, we look at the conquest value on the cards.
Okay.
The Bucklermen have a 2.
Yes.
And the Orc Hunters have a 1.
So this means now we flip
The token over and...
this, and the objective is the Black Legions.
Okay.
All right. So now turn 2
Ends.
is finished.
And now this is also the end of the round because there's 2 turns to every round. Can there be variable number of turns in a round?
Yeah, the scenario will tell you all the details.
Right.
It might be in the future, perhaps, that you encounter scenarios with 3 rounds of 5 turns each, or the other way around.
Right,
Like the richness this offers to Warcrow is incredible because all being tokens, you can move and play them around. It's very fun. Creating the scenarios in this regard is very fun because we didn't want to overwhelm players because it's a fast book. This is the first time they're going to be playing Warcrow, but we are already working on newer scenarios for the future, and we've been toyed around with the idea of a scenario that doesn't have the same turns per round all the time. Maybe you start on 5 and then you go lower, or maybe higher. So yeah, it's
that's interesting.
Created scenarios with these tool is super fun. It is really fun. Okay, so because the end of the round is a bonus.
Yes.
There's things that happen. First, we take a look at our profiles and identify who has not an activation token on them.
Okay.
These lovely people can perform what would be definitely my favorite Warcrow rule, which is no one gets left behind.
Okay.
Following the activation order, each of the units can just move for free, one movement.
Just one movement?
We do not consider this an action. So say you fall within 3 strides of an objective. Can I conquer it? No, it's not an action. It's just a free movement.
It's a free movement, not an activation, so you can't claim objectives. Okay. So because I've got the first, I'll move my wise man, who is Grandpa on 2-3.
Come on, Grandpa. Your bad knee's not stopping you this time.
2 and 3. Okay.
And then my War Surgeon is a 3/3 move. So they're going to come definitely herring up the field. And then I think...
Do you want to try and get closer?
We're going to definitely tuck in.
Right in the middle? Okay.
Between...
Black Legion stays together.
Yes.
Okay, so now if any of our units had stress, we will remove 1 level because, but no one syncs up pretty well over
no
here.
Combat yet.
Exactly, and no, you have not been stressed by all this stuff. So yeah, that's good. So we remove all the activation tokens.
Okay.
Okay.
And we move the round token 2 positions because each round is 2 turns. So 1 and 2.
Okay, so that's the end of turn 1. We're about to start turn 2. First things first then, initiative. Who's away?
Well, sort of. It changes hands because there's a there's a tie between you two. And now, because Killian, you're the player with the initiative, you get to choose whether if you want to maintain the order, you first, and then Gerry, or if you want to revert it. Okay.
I definitely want to go first here because I want my orcs to charge the Bucklermen because they're right up close. I can smell them. They're that close.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to activate them first. Now, to charge, it's a long skill.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and you use the second value in brackets, which for the Orc Hunters would be 10, I'm well within 10 here,
You
so I
are
can definitely do it.
fantastically okay.
Now, I can't charge these guys because I can't see them.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to charge, say, the War Surgeon or Drago. You could assault,
Mhm.
which is in finishing, engaging combat with wind movement. But in this case, you can't charge because from where you're standing, you can't see them. Because
Okay.
yes, miniatures block line of sight. This applies also to your friendly units.
Oh,
I
right,
mean,
okay,
your
so friendly.
own miniatures block line
Yeah.
of sight.
So, for example, my wise men can't see now because these troops are in the way, whereas Ulrich can see that bucklerman, so he's got lines like that.
Yeah, Alborg is perfectly fine seeing
That's
the
right.
bucklerman, but he, for example, does not see the War Surgeon.
Okay. So what I do here again is I move my leader.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to move him into base contact, and then I can move my other troops into base contact as well. It doesn't matter if they all have to touch. It's the unit leader who does everything. So it's just move the friendly troops here.
Well, when we place our troops after a charge, you need to maintain the coherence. For example, that one is
far
way
away.
far
Right,
off.
Yep.
So what happens then if you can, you need to put as many miniatures in base to base contact as possible. If not, just accompany, like these miniatures can accompany your leader like that. We're going to not be in base to base contact because of the swords of the orcs.
But it has no effect on the actual combat itself.
No.
Okay, so it has no relevance in the actual role you're making. It's just getting people in position.
4 hunters are attacking, 4 booklemen are defending, because if you see like this lady over there, she is not as close I would be, but she is part of the unit, so she is defending as well.
Okay.
It's a swirling, moving melee.
Yeah.
Nobody's static.
So whenever you charge, you roll the dice that are on your profile for the close combat, and charging allows you to re-roll some of the dice or all the dice.
All the dice. If you want to re-roll, is all the dice.
All the dice. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So choose wisely, and only once, of course. You cannot keep on re-rolling until
I get the
you're
result I want.
content. Yeah.
Okay. So in this case, I've got red dice, 3 orange dice, and a yellow dice.
Mm-hmm.
And Jerry's defense in this case is
2 greens and a black.
2 greens and a black. Okay. So I roll first. I see Jerry's roll. Then I get to choose if I want to re-roll.
To be fair, you roll at the same time because this is a face-to-face roll.
Okay.
Maybe you don't want to do that because of the last video. Yeah, definitely.
Well, let's find out. So let's see how well I do here with my charge. So roll the dice. Oh, it's okay. It's maybe not too bad. So let's see. I've got 2 successes, some exclamation points, and that hollow one does not count, unfortunately. So yes, just 3 successes. Not great for a charge. Let's see. Jerry. Oh, that's a huge defense.
That's a solid. This is
So that's 4.
Okay, that's
So 3 on
Do
the
you
shields.
want to re-roll?
I think I am, because I'm not going to do any damage otherwise. So I'll try re-rolling. I have to re-roll all the dice.
Yeah.
Okay, re-roll all the dice. Let's see. Is this any better?
1. I'm seeing 2, 3.
Got the 3.
Yeah, 3, but it's the same as before. So yeah. Okay. So unfortunately,
So no.
What was that you say? You bounced harmlessly off the
it
buckler
looks like I
man?
bounced harmlessly off.
Oh,
However,
always bring a
to like
shield.
breast.
I
Like,
can activate my switch for this,
Mhm.
which is to the target receives the vulnerable state. So I'm going
There
to
you go.
sacrifice 2 of these to the vulnerable state. Now, what does the vulnerable state do?
So the vulnerable state,
Mhm.
you will suffer in your next attack.
Don't want to
In your next
suffer.
defense roll, in your next attack, in your next combat.
Yep.
In the next defense roll, after you rolled defense, you will need to take out one of the die where you obtain a block.
Okay.
Okay.
But the good news is that the minute the effect is activated from the state, it goes away.
Okay. So as soon as it happens, it goes away.
Mhm.
So I'll take 1 punishing round and then
And then you'll be good to go.
scrub it off, so you don't have to worry about stacking it up.
Also, we did not mention this. You may have seen that Gerry rolled 3 blocks, but we both said 4. Why is this? Because there's a switch
I have a little ability
for,
that
for the bookleman, which he's so into. You're such a black legionnaire that you know this already. In defense, the bookleman can exchange their special symbols for blocks. It's all good. That was such a good roll.
It was really good.
I may not kill many things, but I'll
Maybe
stick around.
serve as a statement, as living proof. These men can actually make pretty decent rolls.
Not often.
I'm standing with you, though.
Not often, but I'll do it.
After I've activated, I put my activation token. Is there any result here? Because I didn't cause any wounds, so it's nothing happens as a result. Nobody gets stressed. Nobody gets pushed back. Okay.
No, because no one won the combat.
Nobody won the combat.
Exactly.
It's a stalemate.
Right, so I've activated my Orc Hunters. That goes over to Gerry. So
Yeah. Who wants it? Well, obviously you all want it. I have questions. First question. I'm in a combat now with some filthy orcs. Can
I wish I'd think hard filthy orcs.
Can I leave that combat with those filthy orcs to fight another different filthy orc?
You can, but
Yes.
you will provoke an opportunity attack
Oh.
because you're disengaging from combat.
Okay.
Meaning that it will be a face-to-face combat, but without switches.
Mhm.
Like he will just hit and you will defend. And then when you're going to disengage nonetheless, so you will be able to perform your other movement. In case you wanted to, charge against Alborg, yeah, you can. But again, you will be exposed to the fury of
I would
Alborg.
be exposed to that, but I would also lose one of my dice because I'm vulnerable as well.
Yeah.
So it's a risk. It depends if you want to go and try and charge Alborg there, but
I
I'm kind of
mean,
locked in combat now with my Orc Hunters.
but it would be funny
It would
It
be.
would be very funny.
because,
They need to be, let's do that because they need to see
Yeah.
what an opportunity
Okay.
attack
well,
is.
not only that, I don't like the idea of being pinned in place while that monstrous thing comes at me with this huge sword as well. So,
I want someone subtitled this like monstrous thing and the
Monstrous
face
thing.
of Alborg.
Yeah. so yes, I think I'm going to attempt to disengage there because I'd rather face one than possibly face both those units
Okay.
at the same time.
So
Yeah.
when Gerry tries to disengage his Bucklerman, do we do the combat roll straight away, or does he move first and then do the combat roll?
No, faster combat, and
then-
because it's not, this is not an attempt. He's going to disengage from combat.
Gotcha.
But yeah, you attack, you defend.
Okay, so let's see if I do any more damage this time because you're going to lose one of your dice.
Yes.
So same as before, 1 red, 3 orange, and a yellow. Don't get to re-roll because it's not a charge. So let's see. Hopefully this is good. Oh, okay. That's not
Three.
too bad. 3 again. No switches this time.
Mm-mm.
Not that it would matter
Not
'cause
that
you
it
don't
would
get
matter
them.
because I couldn't reimpose the state. I did roll some hollow symbols, but the hollow symbols aren't going to count for these guys. They don't do anything.
No. Unfortunately, your guys are not elite, and you don't have switches with them.
So
Just the two,
2 shields.
and then a third for that. So I'll block 2.
Okay,
So I will
but
take-
if I was vulnerable, you have to get rid of one of the dice that shows
Mhm.
Yes, yeah.
a successful block.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It
All
is-
3 of those are successful blocks. Because-
no,
Oh no, because I don't
that's
get
a
the switch.
hollow.
No,
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
I'm not counting that.
Okay.
I'm counting their special is a block
Ye-
as well, but
but
I don't
you-
get it in this.
You don't get to use the switch, so you'll have to cancel one
Okay,
of those.
so I'll
green
cancel
dice.
one of those.
So in
So I'm
this
gonna-
case,
I'm going to lose 1 body out of there. Okay, so I lose 1 Black Legionnaire
Mhm.
because 2 wounds have been inflicted. I also lose that vulnerable state though.
yep, because
Yes,
it's
you
been
get rid
used.
of them.
So that's been used, and I'm quite content with that. And then,
Although you don't get to stress because this is not considered an attack action. So
that's
even
good.
if you took 2 wins, you're fine.
I'm very happy about that. And then my leader is well within 9, and we'll just complete our charge into there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're charging Alberg.
Yes.
Okay. Now,
Ooh.
okay.
Ooh.
This could get awkward. Okay, so you get to make your charge.
Yes.
You're still at full strength, I believe, for your
Yep.
units. Yep, you're still at
So
full strength.
how does full strength work then?
So in the profile for units that are formed by more than just 1 miniature, you
Mhm.
will have 2 combat panels.
Okay.
The one above is for the unit when it is full capacity, in this case, 4 members.
Okay.
However, as the unit loses members, the performance also decays. So in this case, you both, hunters and booklemen, have another combat panel that says 2 or minus,
Yes.
Mhm.
which is what you would have to use should your numbers decrease.
Okay.
But now you're still.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll with defense dice for Alberg. Now, Alberg's rolling defense. Can he stress himself to get those extra abilities? As tempting as that is, I think I'm going to just stick with my 2 blue and 1 black dice. Okay.
Sure.
And we have 3 orange and 1 red for our attack.
Okay. Ready to begin?
Oh God, yes.
Okay, you roll your attack. I'll roll
I
my
will.
defense. Let's see what happens.
Fear not, Mr. Man.
Oof.
Just
I would
2
do it
dear.
again.
2.
Oh, I'll be re-rolling
Okay,
that.
I'll see what I get for my defense roll. Oh, that's not great. That is all exclamation points.
Oh,
Yes.
come on, Gerry, you can do this.
Let's see what happens. 2.
Still just 2.
Okay.
I mean, but it's
But-
2.
But it's two that's going through, and he's not blocking any.
Nope. So
No, he's not blocking any, so that's 2 wins. And 1 stress
One
because
stress
you
as
lost
well.
the combat. And now, because you are the winner.
I'm
of
the winner.
combat,
I'm victorious.
You are. I'm so
victorious.
proud of you.
I'm very proud of myself.
I need to
Well done,
admit,
Black Legionnaires.
we need to admit that was not the best
No,
roll,
no,
but still 2 wounds, and that's all that matters.
I will take it.
So now you can choose whether to shove your opponent 3 strides away from you.
Right, so let me see, Mr. Man. So your hunters have gone.
My hunters have activated already. So the left activate will be Albert, who's now stressed and taken 2 wounds. And
Or
War main.
Or-
Or the Wise main, sorry.
the
Yes.
wise
Oh,
men.
you could activate again if you wanted.
Or I can
Yeah.
activate again and become stressed, yeah.
Decisions, huh? I think I'm going to push him away.
Okay.
Okay. So you push
So-
directly away 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so directly away from Bucklerman takes me to here.
And now you have the option to pursue.
Mhm.
And if you end up engaging combat with this movement,
Mhm.
you will still be engaging contact, meaning he can't go anywhere.
He can't go anywhere, and more importantly, he can't charge me.
Exactly.
Yes.
Which that's the only important bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arrogg is quite deadly on the charge,
So-
actually.
I also have a move of 3, so we know that you're going to be within.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I'm just going to pop the leader back in and follow up.
Okay.
And then at the end of their turn, they will also flip that.
Yeah. And that one too, because there's no one here. Like the central one
Yep.
has been left unattended, but the hunters are still here. So
That one flips back over to me.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we put on activation token
Yes.
on the Bookleman, and
That's the end of that turn.
yeah, not
Okay.
quite, because
Oh.
the storm is back.
Right,
So
okay.
guys, respecting the activation order, let's all roll willpower again to see who is or is not
I'll roll for all
slowed.
units. Yep. So I'll roll first for my Orc Hunters. 1
Do
orange
it.
dice. Let's see, are they slowed? They're okay.
Good.
My surgeon is not slowed.
She is
Okay.
fine.
I'll roll for the Wise Man, who's an orange and a yellow.
The
Let's
important
see.
thing is to wear snowshoes.
He's fine as well.
Woohoo!
Drago,
That was fine.
I'd be
Super
very
fine.
surprised if you failed any of these rolls because you have such high willpower right now.
yes.
And then 2 orange for Albar. Oh no, he is.
No, Alborg, no,
Oh, dear.
he's slowed.
He took a bucklerman to the knee. Right.
A terrible, terrible shame. And the bucklermen there also slowed.
They're
Oh,
also
no!
slowed. Okay.
So apparently the blizzard is coming in thick and fast on them.
Yeah, and this is your proof that if you see a very high whatever roll and you think, I'm so confident I'm not going to fail.
It could
Oh,
all
I
be
will.
terribly, terribly wrong.
Yes, all the time.
Okay, so that's the end of that turn. It goes to
And-
the next one.
Because we need to move this one of the 2 positions. There we go. And yes, we start turn numero 4, number 4.
Okay.
Okay, so I still have the initiative, so I can choose to go. I'm going to activate,
Mhm.
and I'll activate the Wise Main.
Do it.
So I'm going to try and cause a multiple combat here, as long as I can. Yeah, I can just charge. I think because
Yeah.
the Wise Man has.
He's not slowed.
He's not
so-
slow. Grandpa may be old, but he's still got legs. So I'm going to charge in with the Wise Main
Aha.
into this combat. Now, how does combat work with multiple units? What happens if there's multiple units in combat?
Okay, so now the Booklemen,
Mm-hmm.
before rolling their defense, they need to take 1 die or automatic symbol before. the
Okay.
roll. And then, because that indicates you are tending to more than one problem, you roll as normal.
Mhm.
And because you're charged, you have the right to a reroll should you want that. And you have modifiers.
I do, yes, because I want to use that here. So I can voluntarily become stressed to add extra dice to my roll,
Aha.
which is 1 red dice and 1 exclamation symbol. So let's give that a go then. So
Listen, for future players, I know, the Wise Main is super interesting within a unit. I know you're going to put it with the Hunters in your gameplay. Try him on his own. Please, do it for me.
well, let's see how effective he is. So I would normally want 1 red, 2 orange, and a yellow. So in this case, I add 1 more red. So 2 reds, 2 oranges, and a yellow. Okay. And there's 1 automatic exclamation point. So I'm just going to put that here to show that that's going to happen.
Sure. And
Okay.
you roll 2 green and
2 green
black,
and a
don't you?
black, but I'm going to be losing 1.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
the question is, which one do I want to lose? I have a sneaking suspicion it's going to be the black.
I think it
Yeah.
goes in tiers. So the black dice is the least effective defense, then it's the blue, and then it's the green.
Sure, could
Yeah,
be.
but the switches of the book limit are activated by specials.
Oh,
So
in
I
that
would
case-
have
So-
that
yeah.
into
So- and
consideration.
they can activate multiple times, so I could potentially get 2 off it.
Mm.
Just think of the
yeah.
switches as currency. As long as you have symbols to spend, you can activate
Okay.
them.
In that case, I will take 1 of each.
All right, let's see how my dice roll goes here. So that is, that's good.
I told you.
Yes, look at this. 4,
Oof!
5,
Oof!
6.
Pero qué guantazo.
That's a lot. I don't want to re-roll that. That's pretty good.
You sure?
Okay.
Are
Oh, yeah.
you-
fairly
are you sure?
I'm fairly
I'll
sure.
live.
Let's see. Oh,
The
no,
survey
that's a good roll
says-
too.
Oh!
3.
Good job.
Okay.
So,
You were made to roll defense for the book limit.
yeah, apparently. Somebody
So,
may survive this.
Switches
Maybe.
can now
I don't think
activate.
so.
Yeah.
I could give the buckler in the vulnerable state if any of them are left alive here, because I can sacrifice those 2 symbols.
Do you want to do that?
Well, I'll give it to them anyway, but let's see how many. I've done
Thank you.
6 hits, 6, and you've blocked
3.
3, so that's another 3 on the bucklerman.
Yes.
And
Which
that's
means one of them goes away and you keep 1 wound.
Okay. That's
So-
all right. I can live with that because currently there are still people alive in there.
Mm-hmm.
And because he's lost the combat now, he's going to become stressed.
Yes,
And I could push him away as well.
you could.
I
Yeah.
could.
And in this case, because in the rulebook we specify that pushing or shoving, they do not generate opportunity attacks.
Okay.
So Alborg will have to hold it for this one.
I think I'm just going to keep them there because I don't want them to potentially charge back against Alborg next turn. So I'm just going to hold them there. And this symbol now will change because I have 2 units close to it and he has 1. Although it does his conquest.
To
by-
be fair,
My conquest drops to 1.
he is still at
Ah.
1, and you guys have 0, both of you.
That's true.
Yes, so I still hold.
I have to eliminate the bucklerman.
You
You
before
need
I
to
do
kill
it.
the booklet, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Well, okay. I'll activate. So the activation token on the wise man.
Yes.
And now it goes back over to Gerry.
Okay. So
Gerry, you're going to
stressed,
charge me with your war surgeon.
vulnerable.
Oh, she could though.
Yeah, well, she could.
Everybody
She's so angry at this point.
wants to just come in here and absolutely leather you. But what I think is going to happen is Drago is possibly going to do that,
Okay.
unless can the war surgeon get up close and start healing? Let me see.
Well, the war surgeon does have line of sight, so could move that way and is not going to be getting in close combat with any of the orc hunters on the way. It's just if you have enough movement or enough.
Yeah, I'm more interested in.
Oh, you want to perform the skill. That would be a
Yeah.
short action. So it would mean that you would need to. Can you read me the specifications?
So for first aid, an allied target within 5 strides
Okay.
can reduce the target's stress by 1 for each success on a red and orange.
So
you can
if
heal.
with 1 movement, because moving is a short action, but so is performing that skill.
Yeah.
So if with 1 movement you could be within 5 strides of the
Yeah.
bookleman,
It's
then yeah.
it's going to be. I think it's going to be a hiding to nothing on that one, but that's 5 strides to there, and
So
then
you-
1 move is 3/3 for her.
So you'd be
So
3
3
the
plus
base,
the base
plus
plus
3.
3.
I think you're going to be outside range.
It would be very close, very
It
close.
was a good call. Nonetheless.
Oh, it would have been a good idea.
It was
Okay.
a good call.
So, bear in mind, she can't. She can always use something similar in the no one gets left behind phase. So we'll do the actual proper measurement then. I may still get some health back off that. Time will tell. But right now, Drago's just going to go charging ham straight into your hunters.
Now, you can't charge through your family troop.
I don't need to.
No, but you can go across this
Oh,
way.
God,
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
straight lines are my friend.
straight lines are your friend.
And you're there, and I
Okay.
can see you.
oh
right
my
there,
God, Killian, you're there. He can see you.
Just there.
So you're
I
gonna
just
be-
peek out from behind the war surgeon's
you-
skirt, and you're right there. And he goes, "Ooh, whatever will I do?
Just
so-
Lena, sweetheart, could you move just a wee bit to the right?
Are you within 8?"
Come on, Killian, you can do this.
I can survive this.
You
I've still
are
got
with
4
it.
troops. I'm okay. All right. So,
I'll just run in there and go, "Hello, how are you?"
Hello. So
So-
Drago can also stress
Mm,
to gain some juicy symbols.
yes, so I can stress to gain an automatic hit and a special. And I'll be rolling 2 red, 2 yellow, and green
Yeah, because
That's
you can
my-
defend.
as my attack. And specials put the vulnerable state on. I'll do it for the
Okay.
novelty, if nothing else.
And
so-
my defense is going to be 1 green and 2 black as normal. And my orc hunters aren't vulnerable here or anything, so they're just going to make a normal roll.
Yes.
Okay, Gerry, you can roll and re-roll here for the charge. So let's see.
Yes.
Come on, one-eyed.
Oh, I'll be re-rolling that.
Yeah, 2 successes.
3 successes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'll be re-rolling 3,
Yeah.
4, 4 and vulnerable.
Let's see what my defense roll
Yeah.
is. 2 shields, 2 hollow exclamation points. Okay.
Oh,
Are they worth anything to you?
Not on the defense, no.
Our survey says
Let's see. Can
3.
3.
3, yes.
So I
No.
still have my. So I'm elite, so the hollows
Yes.
count as
That's
solid.
an important thing because hollow symbols normally don't count, but some effects give it, and then elite troops, of
Mhm.
which Albert and Drago, they both count the hollows as normal. Okay.
Correct.
Right.
So that's
So-
still 4 successes get through. 2
Mhm.
get blocked.
2 get blocked.
So
Mhm.
you'll take 2 wounds.
I already have 1 wound, so I gain 1 more. Well, I'll keep this one and just lose a troop then in that case. Because
sure.
Yeah.
Yep. So I will lose one of my other, and I'll just take off this guy here. Okay.
And you'll get vulnerable.
Get the vulnerable state.
There were many, many vulnerable symbols there. Presumably you can't stack multiple vulnerables.
No, you can't.
No.
If you were to give the token again, just like
Okay,
nothing will happen.
that's all right.
Okay.
Do you want to push the hunters away?
Do I? Thing is, I can push and follow up, and if I push them, I'm pushing them towards where I want to go anyway, which is my
Okay.
legionnaires.
My
So
hunters
yes,
also become stressed from having lost the combat. I
Well,
believe.
yes,
Yep,
they
so I need a stress token.
do.
so yes, we will push
Oh my god,
them
the
away.
tribes. Oh my god, the tribes. Thank God it's the end of the round.
So I'm just going to push everybody away. So I'll push my leader.
Yep.
To here, and then just have my other guys within 2. Okay. Right.
So you're going to pursue.
Yes.
But you pursue with your fast movement
Oh,
value,
it's,
which
it's,
would be
it's a
2.
2.
So he's not going to be able to reach them.
Oh, I
Usually
couldn't. I don't
they
think I
fall
could
back
have
a
reached
bit
you.
quicker than you can run after me.
I don't think I could have reached you anyway.
Okay.
because
Now,
of the-
could you measure what happened with the objective? Because I think it's state from the tribes.
Yeah, I think you're just
Yeah.
outside
Yeah,
of 3.
just out of 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But nonetheless, his compute value is 1.
Mm.
So it will still be yours.
Okay. So
Okay.
then, end of the round, no one left behind.
So now the surgeon is surgeoning.
Very much.
Okay. Do I activate first though? Because I did the
Yes.
first
Oh
movement?
yeah, that's right. Albert didn't activate.
No.
Yeah.
You can do 1 normal move. You can't do anything else. You can't make an attack or anything like that.
Oh, but you're engaged.
Yeah, so I can't move anywhere.
No.
Nope. So that would help me get
You
rid of
can
my
just stay there.
slowed state. You see?
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a
It
terrible
was-
shame.
It was a good call.
Yeah. Okay, so he's stuck there. Let's
Yeah,
see.
the only one who can move is the worst surgeon.
And the nice thing is, because you've all moved like that, does that now get me close enough? Yes, it does, because I'm hitting a base.
Yep.
Yeah, it does. Okay.
So the science, not superstition, isn't a actual ability as
It's a
far as
passive
it's a
skill,
passive
yeah.
skill. So at the end of the round, during the no one gets left behind, allied units within 5 strides at any moment heal 1, maximum once per unit. So look at that. Go War Surgeon, go throw healing energy at them.
Oh, she's brilliant.
I love her. She's the best.
So then at the end of the round as well, all units can get rid of 1 stress.
1 level of stress
Mhm.
and
Okay.
the activation tokens.
Smash bosh.
Bish, bash, bosh, indeed. And then now we're ready to begin.
No states to get rid of.
Okay.
We know each other. Okay, so now we move the
Round
you
two.
know, round again,
Yes.
and we move into the final round of the game.
All right, we're back for round 3.
Mm-hmm.
Initiative comes to me, I believe.
Yep, it's handed
Yes.
over.
Hand it.
And I am guessing you want to go first for this one.
Do I want to let the frenzied orcs who are surrounding me in every way, shape, and form go before me? I don't
Not necessarily.
think I want that.
Yeah.
Well, no.
I stand with you with this
No,
one.
I definitely don't want that.
Yeah.
No.
So Killian, unfortunately,
Yes,
I think
also
you're going to get charged.
And I have the
Oh.
vulnerable state as well.
100%.
Oh God, I have
you're going to
forgotten
get
about
charged.
that.
Yes.
100% you're about to get charged.
Okay, so
Drago is going to kick off by chasing down the orcs who fled from him a moment ago, going, "Why did you run away, little orcs? I just wanted to have a conversation."
okay.
So I'm fairly certain you are within
charging.
it.
Yep. And it's only if you charge at least one of the members of this particular group.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't have to charge the leader, you just any member of the particular
Exactly.
unit.
That's why position is so important,
Yes.
because even though the other troop members that are not leaders can conquer objectives, this is the first question that people ask. Oh, can I go beyond? Yes, you can, but that is going to get you exposed to charges, spells,
Being shot in the
shooters.
face.
Exactly.
Yes.
So most definitely you can charge into, well, not just charge, but spellcasting and shooting. You can do that with any member of the unit. Okay, so Drago is getting in. Do you want to stress yourself again?
I would love to stress myself.
Absolutely.
Why would I not? It's
So
free real estate.
my orc hunters would normally have 1 green and 2 black, but because I'm vulnerable, I have to discard one of the dice. So I think
Once you
roll
once you
roll
roll,
them,
it's my roll.
Yeah.
you need to discard one of them that
Do,
has at
do
least
you want to roll
one.
first, since I'm
block.
almost certainly going to be re-rolling this?
Okay, I'll roll first here in this case. So let's see. Oh, it's not great. So it's
Single block.
single block and
Oh
single
no!
block.
Because
Yeah,
if you have the vulnerable spell, the block needs to go
So
away.
the block needs to
the
go.
block needs to go away.
So I just need to be able to hit
But
you now.
so is the state.
Yeah,
So
so is the state, but at the same time, this could hurt quite a lot. So I have one wound on me. Okay.
So
I've
says
3.
did you count the
free or the one from being stressed?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. No, not yet. So 4 in total.
oof?
Now that'll be 2 whole dead ones and 1 down to a
Uh-huh.
wound.
It'll be 1 more, so I'll lose 1, and then 2 more, so I'll lose another 2. I think you might actually wipe them out here because I already have 1 wound on them.
Yes.
This would be 5 wounds with no blocks, which would be essentially 6. Each of these are 2. They'd be gone.
I think your math is very wrong there somehow.
Is it?
I don't know, because you've got how many hits?
You've got 3 guys left. There were 6.
So I have 3 guys left, but I also have 1 wound. So if I take another wound, I lose 1 guy because that's 2. I lose 1.
Yes.
And then I would have 4 essentially hit points left, 2 for each person. And you rolled 5 there, correct?
No.
No, 4.
You're really bad at math, Killian.
How many did you roll?
You play Infinity. How
I
do you
do,
not
I
know
do, I
this?
do. But you said you roll. How many successes did you roll?
I've got 4 successes in total.
Yeah.
Which totals 5 wounds across your 3 models, which is 6.
The leader would be
The
one
leader would be
standing.
alive with 1
Okay.
wound left. Although if you want to take that
No,
whole
no,
unit
no,
off,
no.
I will 100% go with
I
that.
must have miscounted in that case. So now essentially I lose all but my leader.
Yes.
Okay.
He stays wounded
And he stays with 1 wound.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it's 2 successes, 1 dead. 2 successes,
God.
1 dead.
And,
he had 1.
Do you want to push him?
Yeah, he'll also get the vulnerable state because I did double down on my special as well. So you can,
And I'm stressed.
and you're stressed.
Right. that's
We're all.
good.
I mean, we're all stressed.
So do you want to push me back?
Yes.
Okay. Now in this case, if I'm pushed back,
Oh, you're just going to bump up against
will
your
I
friend.
bump up against the wise man, or do I sort of just go to that position?
You go to that position.
Okay,
you
so in
don't
this case, I'm
bump
going to
into.
bump. I go to here. Back's against the wall now. Are you going
And-
to follow up?
Oh yes. I'll follow up to there,
Oh, and you have to flip the
and then I'll
conquest
flip
thing.
that as well because that's within.
That's not
I'm
great.
worth 1.
Okay. Not fantastic. Right.
It's kind of funny though.
Okay, so 1 activation token for Mr. Drago.
Yeah,
over
that's
there.
not bad activation. I'll take
And
that.
Yep. Okay.
you can do this. You
Well,
can do this.
I can do this. Okay. I think in this case, I want to activate Albrock.
Yes.
Mhm.
Uh,
Do it.
Do my attack.
Do it now.
So I've got, it's not a charge, so it'll be my normal. It'll be red, 2 orange, and 1 automatic success.
Mm-hmm.
I think I want to stress myself here
Absolutely,
because
yeah, do it.
I
Do
think
it. I
need
mean,
to.
this is the last
You're
round.
going to attempt to take out my Black Legionnaire.
So that will give me
Oh,
1
just
more
the worst.
1 more. It's a hollow success, I think, at this one.
Yeah, it's a
but
hollow success.
But it counts as a full because he's an elite,
Mhm.
and also 1 exclamation point. I think there's a symbol on this for that. Oh, there is.
Yeah, there is the
Right.
whole side of that.
Okay, and then I yellow dice too. Oh, that's
I'm just
okay.
going to go ahead and roll my
No,
defense while
it's
you're
red,
still
orange.
while you're still
Oh,
working that all
you're
out.
rolling your full defense, but it's only 2
Oh,
Black
there's only 2.
Legion
Yes.
peeps, so it's 2
Oh,
blues.
so it's 2
You
blues
lose
now,
2
and I
blue,
still
yes.
have to lose 1 because I'm vulnerable.
Oh, yes, you
which
are.
is why I was rolling because I knew I was going to have to take somebody out. So
Okay.
I'll lose one.
Yeah.
One block.
That is
One
I've
one
got
block.
one
Okay.
success.
And then I'll roll the rest of my dice here.
And this goes away.
Yep.
That's not awful, but it's okay. So I've got 3 successes here. Now, can I activate any of my switches? I can use my 2 solid ones
Yes.
to cancel 1 shield from your roll
Oh,
Oh my
and
God.
add 1 more to mine. So I'll just add another success.
Oh my God, then they're dead.
And
Yes.
they'll be wiped out. Yep,
Yeah.
that's it. Okay.
Switches. Damn you, switches.
So
Damn you.
that means now that that's his first activation. So it
Yeah.
goes off. Now, can he move afterwards or?
Because you destroyed the unit,
Yes.
you have the right to move.
Ah, okay. And I could just do 1 standard movement with the first value, second value, or the whole thing?
Is a whole thing.
The whole thing.
Don't forget you're slow, though.
But I get to get rid of it. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it would be half of it
Half of it. Okay.
because
So,
things stack.
so in this case, I'm just going to use my 3. So I'll just use my 3 and I'll go towards the War Surgeon. Okay. And that will get rid of my slowed state. Okay. Now that movement I've just done after finishing the combat, that's the second one of my actions.
Mhm.
Yep. So that's him activated. So I'll put an activation token on him. And now that's going to be the end of the turn. Yep.
Yep.
correct?
And now it's the storm is here again. So guys, would you roll willpower for me, please?
No. I want
So-
a storm.
Oh no!
Because you've got
Oh,
activation,
no!
you roll first.
Whatever will I do when the storm arrives? I'll just go, oh no, what a terrible shame. It's a storm.
Don't be alarmed, soldiers.
So willpower.
So
Easily
Drago
pass.
is fine.
Okay. I'll roll for my Orc Hunters. Now, because I've dropped down, oh no, willpower stays the same, so it's just 1 orange. No, he's fine. Okay.
And my War Surgeon. Fine.
Also good.
Yay!
My Wise Man. Grandpa's good.
Grandpa's good.
And you've lost your thing, so it'll be Albrook, who's got 2 orange. No, he slowed.
No!
He slowed again.
Oh, no.
That
What a
buckler man to
terrible-
the knees just coming back. It's going to be like King Charles's knee from that polo accident. Right. So that is that done. Now this doesn't advance anymore because we're on the final round.
I mean, if you want to advance it, then definitely we can. Let's just do it. But yes, the game will finish in this turn when we are entering. Black Legion is going to lead. Oh, also, there's no one here. So this is yours.
Yes, I flipped that back over.
Wow.
Okay. Let's see if we can maybe just.
I'm just cuddling the whole book. This is so heavy, though. It's so heavy. Proper workout.
proper heavy book. Okay, Gerry.
Yes.
So, who are you going to activate?
Oh, you all want it. Who?
Pooh, me, what?
So your 2 heroes don't have conquest values. They can't
No,
claim
they're
objectives.
zeros. They can't claim objectives. It's only the
I'm already stressed, but if I threw Drago in again and killed that guy,
last.
I would
Orc
flip
Hunters.
that. And then he can't flip it back and I'd hold them all, even if they killed Drago.
I mean, there's no. Yeah,
So, I mean, why would I not do that?
I mean, unless they kill Drago, you are. Yep, do
Or even
it.
if they killed Drago, my surgeon is still there, dancing around in a mask, going, "Ah, well, you've killed Drago. That's a shame."
Yeah, but her conquest value is 0.
But that's okay because I'll own everything,
That's correct.
and
Yeah.
there's no more turn. This is what they call a win.
Okay,
Apparently so.
How does this work? So I'm going to go up to another stress level
Uh-huh.
because I'm activating him for another time.
So you take that one out.
So I go up to stress of 2.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think. What's his morale value?
His morale's 3
So he could, for example, stress himself again to get your
in
ability
combat.
here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
Don't
then
worry.
you'll be at max use turbo stress.
Yeah.
Stress.
You say this like this is a bad thing. I can't stress this enough. Stress. That all I need to do is
Puns and quips and jokes.
I just need to do 1 win to you and I win the game
That's
entirely.
true. That's true.
So I don't care how stressed he is.
I want you, travelers watching at home, we did not stage this. This is exactly, I mean, we played another go, camera and stuff to
Oh,
get them,
it was
you know.
much more sedate. I walked
Yeah.
up behind a fence and shot with a pistol over it and went, I'm not getting in combat.
I just want you to know,
Dirty.
everyone
Okay.
out there thinking, oh, poor Killian. Yes,
Boop.
Yes, exactly. The thought process is, oh
Okay.
no, Killian!
No, that's I've got one more country left.
Killian!
He's vulnerable. Maybe he'll live. I don't
I've
know.
made it
Okay.
into combat.
Yes.
I'd like to exchange this stress of 2 for stress of 3, please.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh,
Which
look
is
at that.
red, so he's super stressed.
I'm-
Okay.
And you know, like,
I'm vibrating
blood
coffee stick.
injected eyes.
It's fine. No, thank
He's
you.
going feral now.
Blue and a black, and I have to discard anyone that's a success because I'm vulnerable. I'll roll first just to
Yep.
see how bad it's going to
Yeah.
get. Let's see.
It'll be fine.
Oh no, well, they're both good, but
So you lose one, so
I
I,
have to do one. So
so-
basically,
so I need to do 2. As long as I can get 2 through, and I've got 1 automatic already.
Yep.
So I just need to not fluff this dice roll completely. Can the kids at home guess what this dice roll is going to be once I've rolled it? No successes with a reroll. No successes again.
Did you count, did you include the symbols?
Yeah.
Because this, okay.
That's how I wiped 2 out last time.
let's see.
That'll be 2, 3, 4. So 4 get through, and then that 5th one cancels that.
Yep.
So
And because you destroy the unit, you can perform a free movement.
free movement, you say? How much of a movement do I need to make? Let's see.
You're kind of already there.
But you could.
I don't care. Come up here. We
Okay.
can
You flip that one
flip
for
that
me.
over to me.
Oh no, don't. He's doing that for you.
Oh,
He is.
I'll do it. Don't you worry.
All right. So
And then your choice is kill the world's most stressed man, or
Yes.
or butcher a war surgeon, which I think is a crime. Even
Killing
in
the
the world
war
of,
surgeon.
Yeah, even in the world of Warcrow, killing a war surgeon on a field of battle is
so I have a choice here. I can
it's
either
against the
try
Embersig
to
Convention.
take out a highly stressed but completely unhurt so far, Draco.
Yes.
With possibly Grandpa's going to have to do this because Zoric's already activated and he's already stressed. Or I can go and try and take out the war surgeon
Crime.
and get that central objective.
Oh,
But they're worth different things if this was a campaign because these are
they're worth, like, numbers-wise. They're
Numbers-wise?
all worth 1 point.
Okay.
But the central objective is.
right.
Special.
Do you remember when we were read aloud that
Yes.
introduction? That is the
That's-
shiny.
That's the
vase.
shiny thing.
That's why I'm not standing near it in case it goes nuclear.
That is a choice. Okay, I think Grandpa's going to go for the vase and he's going to go and try and
Smash the
smash it.
living
Smash it. So I'm going to.
beep out of the.
Yes. I'll activate Wise Mane. He's
Sure.
going to make a charge. So he will charge.
Oh no, Lena. Okay,
Okay.
so
And of course, I'm going to stress myself here to get the extra
oh,
dice.
come on, she's rolling 1 black. Don't stress.
Grandpa's about to smash with his club. So I'm going to have 2 reds, 2 oranges,
Come on, Lena, you can do
and the
this.
yellow. And I'm just going to put down the symbol because I also have an exclamation point here. So I'll put down the solid exclamation point after the roll. Okay, and because it's a charge, I get to re-roll as well. So let's see.
Aye.
What is
Jesús bendito.
let's see. That's 1, 2, 3. Doesn't count, and another symbol. Okay, Gerry,
Be all that you can be.
be all that you can be.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, you're
Okay.
still dead, but good job.
I mean, omelette and eggs, I feel.
It is a little bit, yeah. Okay. So in this case, I just smashed through. How many wounds has the war surgeon got?
Oh,
2.
Yeah.
she's
Yep.
gone.
Yep, she's gone.
Bye,
Okay.
Lena.
So I kill the war surgeon.
Mm.
I can move afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't
Or
think
you're good where you are.
I think I'm good where I am because I want to keep that central objective.
Lena.
Okay. Oop, defense.
Pew. And that
Okay.
is indeed the end of the game. So it here, let's now go to score points. Chun 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 chun. It says over here, at the end of the game, you obtain 1 military point if you play as the Northern Tribes
Mhm.
and you control objective 1.
Which I
Doesn't
don't.
happen. 1 military point if you play as the Hegemony of Embersig and control objective 2.
Which he
Ching,
does.
there's one
which
for
is
you.
lovely.
If a player controls both objectives 1 and 2,
Mm.
mark on the campaign log the achievement strategist. And it has a wee bit of a narrative bit.
Ooh.
Your opponent has no choice but to withdraw their troops and leave empty-handed. You raise victorious. The farm is yours.
My
Do I
farm-
get anything for the shiny vase?
Oh, you do. You mark 1 arcane point if you control the blue objective.
Uh-huh.
The achievement Broken Canopy Jar on the campaign log.
Okay.
And because in here, what we do have is a wee text for every single one of the armies. You can see here if you control the canopy jar with Hegemony of Embersig or with the Northern Tribes, because don't we all love a little bit of narrative flip? Certainly I do. And it says, the party of orcs returns to their camp and the wise man shows what they have found to the evoker. She handles the object carefully, skeptical. She has never seen anything like it. As she touches it, her fingers transmit information unreachable to the others. Within that vase dwells a powerful spirit, the essence of an entity as ancient as the world itself. The two parts of it fit together perfectly, so the evoker joins them. It is better not to tempt the hidden forces at play here.
Right, okay.
Told you it would go nuclear.
So,
Well,
in here,
yes.
in the end of the scenario, we also have a bit of a narrative
Mhm.
for each of the different forces. If you won via military points, you get a bit that's kept over there, and if you won by arcane points, which it will be your case, you get another one over here. Do you guys want to read your own?
Oh, yes,
Yes,
please.
absolutely. Okay.
We'll start with the very illustrious Hegemony of Embersig.
The Hegemony's strategy is precise and effective, as usual. The tribes are forced to abandon the farm the Black Legion has secured a good settlement for the night. The bucklermen, dead, investigate the surroundings and soon find the trail of the orcs, which leads them to the location of their camp. The Legion will not be caught by surprise again.
Well, okay.
Precise.
And I read now the one for the arcane victory.
Yes.
So, the evoker immediately notices that there's a magical force contained in the broken vase. After spending some time examining it, she informs Albrook that this object is the key that will open the door to victory for the tribes of the north. Help is always welcome, even if it is supernatural in nature. Way to go, Grandpa! I think he's
Way to go, Grandpa.
MVP of the game right here.
All that sounds to me is that you're about to unleash something terrible
Listen, you
on
may
the
have
world.
won the battle. I have a spooky cursed vase now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in here, if you go to the campaign log, it said that if you have the strategist achievement, you acquire the event 2 marker for the next scenario.
Okay.
And if you have the broken canopy jar, you acquire the event 1 marker for the next scenario. So what does this mean? It means that when these lovely fellas over here play the second scenario, they will have given instructions about what to do with this too.
Oh.
And yeah, this is basically the first slightly modified scenario from Winds from the North, A Voice in the Storm. Guys, have you enjoyed it?
I
Oh, it was
loved it.
great fun. Yeah.
I'm impressed so many things have survived.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like-
Dude, I am, wow.
and he's not looking the healthiest.
No, he's not good. He's got one.
She's lost a lot of blood today.
Yeah,
he really has.
May not make it out of this place. But yeah, that was an awful lot of fun. I like the back and forth. You can't push too far without knowing that you're going to suffer
Mhm.
in the reciprocating turn, because if you've pushed forward that far, you are going to get charged
Yeah.
or shot or magicked or whatever it happens to be,
All of them.
or all of the above.
All the
Yeah.
above are correct.
Yes.
And I really like the mechanics in this, because especially moving the leader and then moving the troops around it,
Mm.
there is a bit of head game here with placement of troops around, because I can see some situations where, for example, if you had archers, you want the archers to be closer so you could shoot further. But then you also are slightly closer, they could charge you a lot sooner. So yeah, there's a lot of sort of there's depth
They come
in
in and
this,
going,
I think.
yeah.
I like this a lot.
I've eventually ended up, when people ask me to describe Warcrow, especially when they ask how complex is Warcrow, I always describe it like an onion, quoting one of the best films ever made, Shrek, that is. What does this mean? Because it's simple to tackle, it's simple to enjoy and learn, but it has multiple layers to it, especially when you find all the synergies going on between the profiles and you discover what's your preferred play style. Because not all players, of course, play the same. So
Right.
Okay.
So it's not that it's going to make you cry.
I mean, ask that to the hunters
Could
or
you
to the
really?
world surgeon.
Don't.
Oh my God,
she's
Lynn.
fine. She's fine. Right, we're going to move on, folks. Let us know what you think below of this little demo game. We're going to come back and and have a bit of a chat about some of the other features in Warcrow, and maybe play another game, but introduce a few other character types and units to it, so you can see how some other things play out as well. Until next time, bye-bye.
Comment on the Warcrow Week videos for your chance to win a Warcrow Wins from the North 2-player battle pack. We will choose 3 winners, one from YouTube, one from OnTableTop.com, and one from our Cult of Games members. So you guys get an extra chance to win.
Go ahead and check out our other content on screen now. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe and remember to ding our dong. Go on, you know you want to click it. Go on.